Hey y'all, I'm Naturally Sage. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all are new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any natural hair, lifestyle, and beauty content these days. If you click the video, you already know what it's about. We are here to talk about hair growth and healthy hair with color treated hair. This is my second time permanently dyeing my natural hair. It's been dyed since September of 2022, and then I also dyed it again in April of 2023. This is kind of what my hair looks like after almost a month of dyeing it. I don't really have too much growth, but a little bit's going on. Let's get into it. I got me my little notes so I don't forget anything. Okay, first thing that I want to talk about is moisture. Baby, our hair loves moisture. Whether your hair is color treated or not, moisture is a natural curly's best friend. The way that I keep my hair moisturized is deep conditioning every 7 to 10 days and making sure when I get out the shower that I'm using a leave-in or some sort of moisturizing product when I'm doing a protective style. Also, oftentimes when I get out the shower, I don't do just like a wash and go because that is not super protective for my hair. So I end up doing something like twist, braids, anything like that that's going to keep my hair tucked away for just a couple days to give her a little bit of a break. The main reason why we're trying to keep our hair nice and moisturized is so we can prevent breakage. This is something, if you have been following me for a long time, you know that I have been talking about this for a long time. Okay, let's break this down really quick because I just feel like this is really important. There is no special hair growth products or oil or whatever, whatever it may be. I know they advertise that, but that's not real. There is no product that is going to grow your natural hair faster. It's not that your hair isn't growing, okay? I promise your hair is growing. What's happening is it's breaking off before it has the chance to actually retain that length. Okay, that's why our trims every 3 to 6 months are really, really important because when your ends start to split up the shaft, that also causes breakage. So bringing it back to the moisture conversation, the reason why we want to keep our hair nice and moisturized as much as possible is it's going to prevent that breakage. We want to prevent breakage so we can retain length and we can have long, healthy, natural hair. It's 1, 2, 3, simple as that. And I wanted to talk about all these things in order so I could show like little BTS of me like actually doing my whole routine, which I still am going to do, but I just felt like the moisture conversation was really important to have first. Real quick, sorry. The other thing that I do to retain length as much as possible is I use heat very infrequently. Out of all the 5 years I've been natural, I probably blow my hair out every 3 months and I've had 1 silk press. I'm not saying that it's impossible to not have heat damage. I'm just saying that we're all susceptible to it. And if you don't know what you're doing or if your stylist doesn't know what you're doing, it can be really easy to have heat damage, and heat damage is permanent. Heat damage is permanent, it is preventable, but after you have heat damage, there is no going back. I actually have a little piece of heat damage up here that I've been trying to cultivate, but I just need to listen to my own advice and just know that she's not coming back. She's never gonna curl again. It is what it is. Let's get into my actual routine. So the first step in my routine is usually a pre-poo. And this is like I'm on my shit routine. This isn't my every time I wash my hair routine because that would be crazy. I'm a lazy natural. I can't live like that. So this is my like, I am 100%, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do routine. Okay, and this happens like once a month. Then the other 2 to 3 times is a little bit, skipping some steps and just trying to get myself together. The first thing in my routine is going to be a pre-poo. I have this cooling scalp agent from Bread that is amazing. It is so good for my scalp. And I also noticed that when I do like scalp massages, one, it makes the whole process feel like it's luxurious. Okay, and it's self-care, and it just makes it feel like it's a whole thing. And two, what's it called? Now I just did it twice. And 2 is really good for stimulating blood flow, which really helps your hair grow. Well, I wouldn't say it helps it grow faster, but it just aids in hair growth. It's really good for the hair, just trust me. I'll do my pre-poo the night before. Then the next day, I'll get myself ready for the wash day. One thing that I really want to point out that's important in terms of wash day in that routine is the temperature of the water. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like my shower on devil. I like it to be like searing hot. But if you have color treated hair, that is not good for your hair, because this is also something, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been harping on this. When you use hot water, okay, think of your hair as like a little strand, okay? You have all these little cuticles that kind of come off of the hair. When you use hot water, they open up. And that's just not something we really want for our hair. We want our cuticle to stay closed, okay? So we don't want it to be really, really hot, because you're gonna be susceptible to it being more dry, to your color running. You just don't want super hot water. Trust me. So you want to start with lukewarm water. Want to get the hair soaking wet, and then go in with your shampoo. I'm going to go ahead and put some of my favorite products down in the description box. Some of them are going to be affiliate links. Some of them aren't. If you want to support, go ahead and click. If you don't, you can Google it. I'll put the exact name. That's fine too. Live your life. But I will put some of my favorite products in the description box. But just to name a few, I love Camille Rose, TGIN, and Briogeo. Those are like my top 3 go-to. Like, I'll always circle back to those 3 at some point. So I get in the shower, get my hair fully wet. If I'm trying to be intense, like real intense, I'll go in with the Briogeo. A lot of people have their different opinions on shampoo, and you're only supposed to do your roots, you're only supposed to do your ends. For me, I started the roots and then kind of just worked my way down. I don't necessarily focus on my ends as much as I focus on my scalp, making sure that I'm going in each different section, making sure that every part of my scalp has product on it. Everything is sudsing. We're gonna, again, massage the scalp, do our thing, make it all nice. And then we're gonna rinse. We rinse out all of our shampoo. We pray that too much color doesn't run, because sometimes it does happen. I haven't found a shampoo and conditioner for color treated hair that I like yet, so I don't have any recommendations on that at the time. I have heard good things about Wella, but I don't know, because I haven't tried it. Once the shampoo is all rinsed out, I will take my brush, go in with conditioner, and that's where I'll start sectioning the hair off. I'm not one to detangle during the shampoo stage. I know some people do it, but I just see that my hair breaks off more and does not like that, so I don't do it. I section my hair off, start applying my conditioner, and I make sure that I'm detangling from the bottom up, okay, one by one. And once I'm done detangling, I'm twisting off those sections, and I'm not letting my rinse out sit. I'm gonna rinse it out immediately and then go in with my deep conditioner. Hey y'all, remember how I said I forgot things in the beginning of the video? This is a vital step that I left out. Before my deep conditioner, I'm going in with this Don't Despair protein treatment by Briogeo. This is my first time trying this particular product, so I can't recommend it at this time, but my hairstylist had told me when I feel like I'm getting more breakage, I should try a protein treatment. While I can't recommend this specific product, I do highly recommend a protein treatment. It brought my curls back to life. I had this extra bounce and health, and I feel like my curls just felt a little bit stronger. Protein is gonna help repair the bonds of your hair, making it stronger, making it less prone to breakage. While we're in the shower, also really quick, check your hard water. This filtered shower head that I have is been a lifesaver. Once I go with my deep conditioner, it's pretty much the same thing. I already detangled my hair, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it again as I'm applying my deep conditioner. And then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a little plastic cap on, check the bottle, see how long I'm supposed to put the deep conditioner in, because I know some of y'all don't like following rules, but I like following rules. I always read the instructions. I read the rule thing. It tells me how long. I had a really traumatic experience one time. I had put a deep conditioner in overnight that wasn't supposed to be overnight, and it up my hair. It messed me up for days. And I don't know if it was just that specific one. I don't know. I just don't do it no more because I'm not trying to do that with myself. Anyway, get my deep conditioner in. I got my shower cap on. Doing my thing in the shower. And this is just like a side note. If you are washing your body before you're doing your hair, stop doing it. Wash your body at the end. Wash your face at the end, because the hair product just is like everywhere. Don't you feel that like film? Once we sit adequately for our deep conditioner, we are then gonna rinse that out. And this is not just lukewarm water. Now we're gonna use cold water. It is not gonna be fun, but it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna rinse with cold water so we can close up that cuticle, and our cuticle can then have all that moisture that we just put in with the conditioner and the deep conditioner and kind of just close itself off and protect itself. That's kind of how I think of it. When the cuticle is closed, it's more protected. When it's open, it's unprotected, I guess. Once we have everything all rinsed and we're ready to get out of the shower, I'll go in, put my microfiber towel on. Microfiber towels are my best friend, okay? It's not gonna break your hair off, but it's still gonna give you the dry that you need. Then I get out of the shower and it's time to decide, okay, how do I wanna do my hair? Most of the time, like I said, I'm doing a protective style for a couple days, whether it's 2 braids, whether it's twist, whether it's 10 braids, whatever it is, it's usually braids or twists, and I'll go in with a leave-in product. And this is something that has changed from my routine from before. I used to be a person who would slather on the product, but I realized that I don't really need that anymore. So I usually pick a light leave-in. Sometimes it's a spray. Right now, I'm kind of just going for what I have. I've gotten a lot of products sent to me in the last 6 months or so. So I'm picking up maybe a Jim and Henry leave-in conditioner, maybe a Aveda. I have this All Soft one that I really like. Whatever it is, I'm picking it up. I'm using it sparingly. I'm applying it to the hair, just making sure that all of the strands are nice and coated. I'm detangling from the bottom up and then installing my style. It's really simple. A question that I get asked a lot is, how do you know what to do with your hair? How do you know how to develop that routine, and what routine? It's a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of patience and a lot of love, okay? It took me a lot of time to get my routine down and stay consistent with it. The way that I learned how to implement my own curly hair routine is by observation. What I started doing before I had this routine was just observe my hair, touch it. What does it feel like? So what I would do is I would wash my hair and feel it. Okay, so this is what it feels like when it's freshly washed. Okay, put the conditioner in, feel it, touch it. Look at it. What does it look like? What is the curl pattern like? What is going on with the hair when we're applying products? That is what I do. I really just observe what it looks like, what it feels like after every step of the routine. And then I started saying, okay, so if this is what it feels like when it's clean, let me start thinking about what it feels like when it's dirty, or when there's product buildup, or when it needs to be clean, right? Because another important thing when it comes to natural hair and keeping your hair healthy is keeping it clarified. And I'm not saying like you have to be clarified all the time, but what I am saying is that if you have product buildup for days, I'm not talking 4 or 5 days, okay? I'm talking 8+ days. When you get into that realm, you also risk breakage because your hair is starting to get drier, it has this old product on it. You need to refresh your hair. It is crazy to me that people think you don't need to wash your hair. Every 7 to 10 days, I wash my hair, and it depends. Sometimes, depending on the styles, if I use a lot of gel or I use a lot of tension, you know, I want to give my hair some love a little bit sooner than if I were to use a really light product and just like let my hair be. And then as for routine, right? So now we've observed the hair, we kind of know what it needs in times, but we're not fully sure if the routine is the problem or the products are the problem. That's when it's time to start switching out your products and seeing, okay, this shampoo made my hair feel like this. That shampoo made my hair feel like that. That leave-in was great when I applied it, but then 3 days later, it got me fucked up. It was not the same. So I know that's a lot. What I did to work with that was start a little mini journal, and I would just write everything down. Write down everything in between my process when I was using different products. Okay, we like this, we don't like that. And then if that's not working, you're like, my routine, my products, like something is missing. That's when I would say maybe it's time to go the natural route. Maybe it's time to look for vegan products. Maybe it's something in the ingredients of the products that isn't working with your hair. Like I have personally found out over the years that my hair does not like coconut oil. It is what it is. You just start to learn different things about your hair and different properties and how it works and how she behaves. We already mentioned trims. We already mentioned going easy on the heat. And we mentioned how we develop our hair routine. If you want to take it a step further, like I said, you can keep your little hair journal, and you can also learn the properties of hair products and learn the properties of your hair. One of the things that I learned about my hair that helped me develop my routine towards the end when I was like, what is going on here, was hair porosity. I realized I had low porosity and my hair wanted to repel water, so I had to work a little bit harder to get that water and get that moisture into my hair. You feel me? I'm gonna put a video up here for my hair porosity video. If you don't know what that is, or if you want help deciding what your hair porosity is, you can go ahead and leave a comment below and we can talk about it, friend. I am always open to talk natural hair. I love having natural hair besties. So go ahead, ask all the questions. No, I'm not a professional, but I do have my own experiences that I like to share, and I love to help you all with your natural hair journey.